Welcome anyone to the Gaming Chamber podcast. I am your host, Everett, aka Two Beasts to Kill You, aka the Beast with the Least, and may the 4th be with you.
And this episode will come out on Remember the 5th.
Oh yeah, that's
Revenge
right.
of the 5th.
Revenge of the 5th. This episode will come out on Revenge of the 5th, but may the 4th be with you. I might have been a little loud right there. I'm still getting used to this new mic of mine, but you know, it is what it is. We're back to the tripod this week. JJ, welcome back.
Thanks, dog. Thanks.
Still don't understand why you guys didn't record together last week, but whatever.
What?
Well, I was like, I don't know why you guys didn't, because JJ was in California. You guys should just recorded together.
Oh yeah, that's.
No,
don't get it.
No, I thought you said he was like basically back on his way when we were recording.
I couldn't remember.
No, I flew out Monday.
Oh yeah, see.
Well, see, that's on JJ. You know, I
Not
thought
on you.
I did not know that he was actually here or not when he was actually. Here.
I was in the Sacramento area.
You were in the Sacramento? Yeah, dude, I'm nowhere. I'm like I think I'm like 6 hours away from Sacramento.
Yes. I thought you were going to Southern California. Oh yeah, Sacramento's like in the fucking middle. No one
Yeah.
Sacramento
That's where all the cows are and shit. Also, yes, the other piece of the leg of the tripod. Someone say the biggest leg.
Yes. No.
And but when I say some, I only mean Devin. Devin.
Hey, how's it going? I think we should all have a brief moment of silence in all seriousness for Everett's Clippers being eliminated from the playoffs. Moment of silence.
I could go yeah.
Hey, I said moment of silence. Why are you talking? Do you not understand what a moment of silence is? Jeez.
Oh my god.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard.
So yeah, we're talking about James Harden now then, right? Like we're talking about James Harden at this point, if that's what you're gonna use. Hey, we could talk about some sports a little bit. It is the gaming chamber, and sports is it's a game.
I mean, 2K. Well,
but yeah,
Ronnie
dude.
2K.
Like my Clippers, like I've seen online, because I follow a bunch of Clippers fans on Twitter. There's obviously the contingent of fire Lou, get rid of Kawhi, get rid of Harden, get rid of all our players, blow it up, this and that.
Do it.
The doom and gloom. The doom and gloom. Well, I am in the contingent a little bit of, I think maybe it's time to move on from Ty Lue. I don't think he's a bad coach. They're the people who want to move on from Ty Lue are just like, oh, he's a terrible coach. I'm like, he's not a terrible coach. But I think it's time for a new voice. It's, that thing where it's like, maybe it's just time for a new voice. And see if that revitalizes some stuff or whatever. But I'm more in the camp of the Clippers fan base that's been there for a long time, because I think the ones who are the more doom and gloom are like the newer
you're
ones.
Old, so you've been there a long time.
I've been there. Yeah, I've been a Clippers fan for fucking, oh Jesus Christ, almost 30 years. Anyways, goddamn. Yeah, I was like 10 years old, I think. I'm about to be. Yeah. Fuck you, Devin. Fuck you, JJ. But yeah, I'm more in the. Well, I mean, Devin, I know you at least saw some stuff, right? Like, I know definitely I saw, before the season started, there were so many outlets and everything, and sports analysts that had the Clippers literally bottom 3 of the West.
Yeah.
So for us to end up as the 5th seed, and everyone says Jokic, the Joker, is the best player in the world, and we took that team to 7 games still. Hey, it sucks. We got taken out in the first round, but everyone.
I feel you.
Everyone doubted us, so.
Yeah, I feel you. But yeah, when you have a good season, I don't know, to compare my struggle. I mean, there's an ESPN writer, for the Vikings that he predicted the Vikings this last year, they were gonna go I don't know, 3-14 and be the worst team in the NFL and get the number 1 draft pick, and then they end up winning 14 games, and it's just okay. And then he comes out and he's like, "Yeah, the Vikings had a shitty draft this year." And then I like tweeted back at him, I'm like, "Aren't you the guy who predicted they were gonna have the worst record last year? Like, shut the fuck up.
That's funny.
Get the fuck out of here." But yeah, it's kind of like the same thing where like you're doubted, and it's just like it still sucks. Like, yeah, you lose in the first round of the playoffs, and it's like, I don't know. A lot of people didn't even think we're gonna be here, but still sucks when you do lose.
I think the thing that's worse for me is that I honestly believe the Clippers should have won that series in 6 games. It should have went that way. And if they just played correctly on like there was like I think it was game 1. Yeah, it was game 1. They were up by 15 and they let their foot off the pedal and then they ended up losing that game by like 3 points, 4 points or something like that. Maybe it was actually 2 points. I'm not remembering. I'd have to look it up again. Of course, they win the next game, and it's a close one. They blow out the Nuggets in the next game, but then they lose the 4th game on that dunk that, like, this was kind of bad coaching with Ty Lue having a bunch of smaller players out there. So when Jokic missed the shot, there was no one really to, like, rebound. Also, it was on Norman Powell not boxing out, and so Aaron Gordon got the quote-unquote rebound to get the game-winning dunk and everything, you know. But they win, you know, they end up winning game 6. Or they lose the next game, but they win game 6. You know, lose game 7, it sucks, but oh well. It is what it is. You know. The only thing is, like, I see a bunch of Clippers fans who are like, hey, we should try and trade for Giannis. I'm like, do we have anything that we could trade to get Giannis? That the Bucks
Thunder, we have all your picks.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm like, you can't say trade for Giannis Harden. And there's nothing. Yeah, it's like, oh, that's the thing too. It's like if you trade for Giannis, you're gonna have to give up like Zubats and like that's the thing. We don't even have like young players anymore that would be like enticing enough. Kobe Brown, Jordan Miller, Amir Coffey. Like, I don't know if the Bucks would want those guys. Like, Terrence Mann probably would have been a more enticing piece, like with Zubats and some filler and all that stuff. With, you know, some maybe our 2030 first round pick or whatever. But yeah, I just don't think that's a realistic thing that can happen. But I don't know. All right, that's enough about sports talk.
Sports ball.
Yeah, sports ball. That's enough about the sports ball. I know. I think I think he's bored. He got bored to death.
Well, thanks for joining the podcast, guys. I'm peacing out, man. Oh shit.
But yeah. We got a pretty beefy week this week, I think. For
pretty Everett week.
A pretty Everett week. Yes, exactly.
Oh, we didn't have a shitty week. Damn it.
Oh my god. Before we get into all that, JJ, you've been gone for, you know, you weren't here last week, so we'll go ahead and
start. Wait, JJ was gone last week?
Yeah, he was gone last week.
Why did I hear his voice in my head though?
Oh,
that's why you didn't hear his voice. He wasn't just quiet the whole time.
Oh, gotcha.
He wasn't just busy playing something and we didn't hear him. So JJ, what have you been playing the last, we'll say, couple weeks?
For the last couple weeks, I've been playing a lot of I guess RuneScape. World of Warcraft. I think I downloaded a little bit of Star Wars just because my buddy wanted to play Battlefront on computer. But when I got back from my trip from California, let's just say I just started fucking playing Oblivion. I popped that bitch. When I landed, I turned on the axe and started playing Oblivion, man.
Dude, like, I have not, ever since Oblivion Remastered came out, I have not played anything else. And it's weird too because I just finished the main story yesterday. Because I'm not, like, I'm doing like all the quests to try and get every achievement, but I'm just like doing a bunch of side stuff too. Like, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's just so much, and I think, like I said when I was telling you guys in the chat, I fucking deleted my 30-hour fucking warrior guy.
Oof.
Because
that's rough, man.
Like, I would see a whole bunch of save files, and I would delete a lot of those quick saves. I'm like, I don't need these. I just keep my regular saves. And then the only thing that kind of threw me off was if I try to, like, I couldn't delete those other ones. So essentially, there's like 10 saves. I delete 5, and the other 5 are just there. I'm assuming it's like a visual bug thing or something like that. It's just there. And then I died to some trolls in a cave because I was doing one of the Fighters Guild's quests, right? Because I was almost there. I almost beat the fucking quest line, and then I died. I'm like, well, let me clear this up, and then I'll load it up. It wouldn't work. I went in the main menu, tried to do it that way, and it's just a black screen. Then when I restarted the game, close it out, put it in. It was like it was the first time ever playing the fucking game, like new game. I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, the cat that we put, like the one that the face is just like the fucking dead.
That one
stare.
that you like to put a lot with the cat that like shakes his head a bit, and then
Yeah, like that was my fucking face, dude. If I was like, dude, it was, like I didn't want to scream or nothing. It was just like just staring on.
yeah, it's one of those like I'm not gonna be loud. I'm just quiet. I don't know.
I'm not mad. I'm
what
just.
to, yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking bullshit, man. But now I'm at here. I'm back to like I'm up 16 again. I just kind of just made it where this account is gonna try to literally do everything. So I can make up for lost time and try to play Expedition 33.
You know, what?
Because Oblivion coming out really fucked my like gaming thing. Because I was gonna like try to play a little bit of WoW. Expedition was gonna come out. I'll play a ton of that. Play Doom on Game Pass, and then fucking play Elden Ring, Night Rain, at the end of the month. But now it's like I got Oblivion. I'm like can't fuck up Oblivion.
I know Oblivion coming out. You know what the thing that's funny is that like Oblivion the remaster comes out, and I'm like, you know what? I am gonna play this game. I'm gonna play the shit out of it. But I didn't think it was going to take over as much as it's taken over. Because, yeah, like I have the, what is it called again? The RuneScape Dragon Wilds game that I want to get back into. But I just...
That's why I didn't buy it.
I mean,
Yeah, I really want to play again.
Yeah.
But like Oblivion came out. I'm like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, I just... Dude, like, I started to record some God of War 2 footage because I want to work on the God of War 2 retrospective. And it just... I haven't... I recorded up to where you get out of the underworld, and that's about it. Up to that point, like I just haven't done anything, and like haven't played it since. And I'm like, yeah, I gotta get back to that. I just gotta get back to other shit, because I'm doing the Fighters Guild quest line right now, and at the same time, I'm kind of doing the Mages Guild quest line. After that, I still want to do. I actually did the Knights of the Nine quest line. I've never completed that one, so that was pretty cool. And then there's still the Shivering Isles because I want the achievements. That's one thing I really like about like at least the Elder Scrolls games. I don't remember if the Fallout games achievements are like this, but it's just like the achievements are just like just beat these quest lines and you're good. What about? Well, is there anything else, JJ? Or
And I guess I started playing Fortnite just because that whole big Star Wars event happening, and they showed off General Grievous as one of the characters you can unlock. So I'm actually really fucking hype as shit to fucking unlock him. One of my favorite Star Wars characters.
Interesting.
Yeah, because in the trailer they showed fucking Jar Jar Binks and shit like that in there.
Is he actually in the Battle Pass? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No, he's not in the Battle Pass. It's like I think he's like gonna be like a random little character you can find in the world.
Oh,
Like
okay.
you get lightsabers, and if you can get certain lightsabers, like with special abilities, like I found one, like Palpatine gives you a lightsaber, and you come out from the portal, and you got the red lightsaber, and you have I force lightning. So it's like when you're fighting somebody, you just shock people and eliminate the shield like super quick and kill them.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Good guys get like force push or something. But yeah, but it's crazy when you're like fighting and shit. You see like X-wings and TIE fighters flying around, blowing shit up around you.
Huh.
It's fucking crazy.
Cool.
Again, PTSD, bro. You're like in the building, you hear the fucking whistle sound from the TIE fighter, like whee! You're like, oh fuck, here we go again, boys.
Oh shit, here we go again.
But it's super fun though. It's actually really crazy of how like instead of just doing like how you back then was just like what 2 weeks or some shit for like a little event. But it's like just 1 month of just Star Wars, and I even got I guess I bought the the Fortnite crew where you buy it for like a monthly thing, but you get every battle pass that's available. So I'm like, well, I'm obviously gonna put the Star Wars battle pass, and I got the Lego Star Wars battle pass as well because that's how you get Captain Phasma, and you get all the little goodies for the survival Lego Fortnite one, like all Star Wars themed. So
Interesting.
pretty hype, bro. Because the only character I really give a fuck about is General Grievous. I don't give a shit, and he comes out on the 15th, and you have to do all you have to do all those challenges to unlock him. Because I think you get like what Poe in the battle pass, and like Upper Palpatine, and like some other Fortnite like custom characters. Like one chick's like dressed up as Chewbacca, because I think they already have a Chewbacca skin anyway. But I'm excited, playing a little bit since it's only like 50 levels or some shit. Hopefully, it should be pretty quick. But that's it.
All right. And Devin, what about you? What have you been playing for the past week?
Just a little bit of Oblivion. I haven't got to spend as much time in it as like I wanted to or have wanted to. So, but yeah, I haven't had much time to play games. I did play a little bit of Donkey Kong, like the HD Donkey Kong HD on my Switch because I got that. So I played that for a little bit because I had time to do that. But that's about it.
So
Nothing crazy.
Just not much for you.
Yeah, not much. I just don't have like time this week, unfortunately.
This IRL stuff. Makes sense.
Yeah, as for me, like I mentioned, it's just still been like I literally have it on right now on my TV, like Oblivion, because I was playing it before we started the podcast, and I was it's just Oblivion. I gotta stop playing it, but it's just too good of a game, man.
I know, right, dude? Like, I was gonna try to play like a Star Wars game for today, or playing on like doing the podcast, but I'm like, I just want to play fucking Oblivion, man. Well, like, I'll cast some lightning spells. How about that?
Yeah.
That'd be the closest thing I can do.
But like, yeah, like I don't know. I put up my thoughts on the game. Again, I don't really like to do reviews per se. That's too. I don't know. I think you have to do. If you want to do reviews, they got to be structured. I just kind of ramble or whatever. But I put a video up on the channel about just talking about the game, and it's just I love that it's bringing me back to when I first played Oblivion, especially too because like I talked about this last week or whatever, and and in my video, but like Oblivion is one of the game like holds it's one of those games that holds a special place in your like gaming history kind of thing for me, because when I had bought the 360, it was one of the like I didn't have a lot of games. I had like when I bought the 360, I had Gears of War. I bought the 360 for Gears of War 1, but I got Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and those are like the only two games I had until basically I went and got Oblivion. And like Oblivion was basically, it was just when I wasn't playing Oblivion, I was playing Gears. When I wasn't playing Gears, I was playing Oblivion. So yeah, like just having that back, but it just looks nicer. It's just awesome. But yeah.
Now maybe we'll get a Gears remastered trilogy, and then you can just
oh my god,
teleport
dude.
back 20 years.
Like if they end up doing that at some point, an actual like, not just like, oh, here's the collection, but like, oh, we just up-resed 2 and 3, but like an actual like, oh, here's Gears of War, collection, but because most likely it would just be 2 and 3, maybe 4, I guess, would be added into it. But they're like, oh yeah, but we've updated the graphics to actually look like current, gen. We use, what is it, Unreal Engine 5, I think is the current one they're on, UE5. If they're like, oh yeah, we used UE5 to make this look like a current gen game. Well, 2 and 3. That would be the thing that I would want, but I don't know. I don't even know if they're gonna want to do, if they're even gonna actually do it. We've heard the rumors so many times of the Gears collection. It's just, how many years have they been talking about it now? Like at a certain point, I'm like, is it actually real? Like, I don't know. All right, so let's move to the next thing. Oh, so yeah, the restructuring. JJ wasn't here, so as for the we're restructuring it again, like going to how we did it last week. We're gonna talk about The Last of Us. Was it episode 3? That was last week's episode, and then we'll get into the news. So we'll do it that way again. I did not care for the episode. It was a setup episode. I mean, it dealt with Fallout from the.
It's a different TV show.
Yes, dealt with the Fallout franchise. No, it dealt with the fallout from Joel's death in episode 2. So obviously, we're seeing how characters are reacting. We're seeing how his brother. Oh, I'm forgetting his brother's name.
Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy. How he's react. That episode, that opening scene, where he's like looking at his body and then cleaning the hand, and then he's saying, what does he say? Like, "Send Sarah my love" or something like that. That was a good episode. That was a good scene and all that. But also, I really that scene where like Ellie's waking up and she's just like reliving, having like a little PTSD episode of Joel getting killed. Again, like I said last week, say what you want about like the casting of Bella Ramsey not looking the part, she still acts her ass off. Like, but yeah, but I don't know. There wasn't a lot in the episode. It was more set up to for the Ellie saga of like going out to find Abby and her crew and everything. So I did like that the when they had the scene with the council or like the town hall meeting, like you could see, well, I assume, I mean, maybe it turns out that, well, no, I guess they wouldn't come back to it, but you could see like when they're doing the vote, like Tommy looks around when he sees like, oh, they're clearly not going to vote yes, let's get a group together to go get these people. Then he's looking around at them like, you motherfuckers. But yeah, I don't know if I. Well, let's get to you guys' thoughts on the episode. JJ, we'll go ahead and go back to you.
Yeah, like I said, it's a setup episode. Like, I guess I'm excited for the newer stuff and to see all that shit play down like in the games. I just want to see her story. But like I said, like you did say, like Bella does act. Obviously, like I still, the scenes are so powerful and everything. I know you don't like.
Well, actually, you know what?
Still,
JJ, we didn't get your thoughts. So just real quick, we didn't get your thoughts for episode 2.
Yeah.
What, like, go ahead and give us your quick thoughts on that episode.
The second episode, I just watched it today. I guess I just got Jesus Christ. The infected being smart. I'm trying to remember the game as much as I could, with other side things besides like the main key points. But they actually, I kind of liked it. I liked the second one. It was a lot better than the first one. Just seeing it again, kind of, just so fucked up. It's inevitable to see it, but I liked it. I liked it though. I really liked it.
I guess you're not as high on it as me and Devin were last week.
Well, like the whole battle scene was fucking dope as shit.
I literally was calling that like one of the best episodes of just television in general ever. Maybe a little too high of a praise, but I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I seen the bloater. I'm like, dude, holy shit's about to go, damn. But I really liked it. It's one of Favorite episodes. Like, well, not favorite, but I really liked it a lot. I really liked it. And if it sits like that with big hordes like that, it's gonna happen. That'd be sick. I kind of can't wait for some special, infection. Infected later in the.
Oh, you're talking
Series.
about the Rat King?
Yeah.
Honestly, I
wanna see
don't
how
think they're gonna do that
I feel like Rat King is gonna be
next season.
season.
Because
next season.
yeah, we talked about this right before that. For me, I feel like, especially like with this, I don't know if you guys seen episode 4 yet, but like not even minor spoilers. Like obviously, it's still focused on Ellie and her journey. Like episode 4 is the start of that. So I think that basically this season, even though they'll go to Abby every so often, I think it's just going to be more focused on Ellie. And so, yeah, I think the Rat King's probably going to be next season. And next season's going to focus more on Abby. And that, when you fight the Rat King, that's in Abby's section. So.
Oh, that's Revy's? Okay, never mind.
So I just think that's next season.
I don't know why I thought Ellie fought the fucking Rat King, damn.
Yeah.
No, I figured it was gonna be 2 seasons. Yeah, like I already said, it's gonna this season's gonna be Ellie. Then it's gonna, the game we played, it jumps back to the beginning of Abby's story.
I think that's why they did the whole, like, in episode 2, why they talked about, like, they just reveal that, oh, Joel killed her dad, so that's why Abby wants to kill Joel, because I think they didn't want to wait till next season to have that reveal. I think they just were like, oh, let's just go ahead and add it in. I don't know. But go ahead and continue with your episode 3 thoughts.
Yeah, it said it's kind of like, it was better than the first one. But, yeah, it's slow. But it's one of those, I guess, filler, kind of just chilling. I didn't feel too bad.
Also,
getting up and doing something else.
I did like that they're just setting up certain stories that, like, obviously if you play the game, like with Dina throwing up after they saw like the bodies and shit, and like she sees that kid that got killed.
From that.
So
like, people, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the Seraphites, the scars. So obviously they're setting up that, like, oh yeah, because in the game she's pregnant, so she's gonna be pregnant in the show. Okay, then, Devin, what about you? What about your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good filler episode. I mean, it's an acting heavy episode, which, I mean, every episode can't be the bombastic battle. Like, there needs to be, like, exposition. So, like, yeah, was slow, but it, like, you guys already talked about, like, it sets up stuff. If you've played the game before, like, which, I don't know, it just shocks me. I know, like, I put this on the internet, so I was just like, if you, like, are mad about plot points and, like, you don't, like, read the medium, like, or play, in this case, the medium, and are mad, like, about plot points, like, you're just stupid. Like, I don't know. There shouldn't be really any spoilers. Like, Joel died. Like, that's not really a spoiler for a 5-year-old thing. Like, you're not gonna be like, spoiler alert for, like, a movie that comes out 5 years ago.
Dude, seriously, that thing my buddy was saying, like, I can't believe you said this. I'm like, dude, the game's been out for 5 years, bro. Like, what if you want to play?
Yeah, and they've remastered it twice.
Years to play the fucking, yeah, he got 5 years to play the fucking game, bro. Like, don't give me that. Don't fuck off.
I mean, it makes sense for, like, the casual person who doesn't play games, that they just watch stuff and they just want to see this. It's like, I don't know. I get the whole, like, oh, the video game's been out for a long time, but that's like saying to someone, like, when Game of Thrones came out and they had the Red Wedding, and, like, yeah, but the book's been out. I don't remember when that book came out or whatever, but it was out for.
Yeah, but no one reads though. So.
Yeah, half the time they're bitching about it not being fucking straight to source material. Yeah, so when people are, like, talking about fucking Oblivion, and then people are like, "Why did you spoil it?" I'm like, 20-year-old game.
That, if people are complaining about, like, spoilers for Oblivion, like, bro, yeah, it's a 20-year-old game. Like, let's not do that.
That's a big stress. Like, get out of here, bro. Missing out. Crazy game.
So, okay. Overall, what would you rate episode 3? JJ.
I think a 5. 5, 6.
Devin?
Yeah, I would give it 6.5.
Yeah, I was thinking like a 6. Like, yeah, the stuff that they set up, it's a good, acting episode and things like that. But, yeah, it's a filler episode. Just to get to the next plot point and everything. Or setting up for the next major plot point and all that. But, yeah. As you can
I
tell.
wonder how many, spoiler alert, I wonder how many of how many of the friends Ellie's gonna get to kill before this season ends.
Honestly, I do believe that they're like I said before, I think that it is going to end with basically how Allie's side ends in the game, where she kills all of them except for Abby, and then when it does the hard cut is when Abby finds Allie in the, because minor spoiler for this latest episode, they did get to the theater, their little safe haven or whatever. So when in the game, when Abby finds them there and then is about to shoot Allie, or you think she's about to shoot Allie, it hard cuts to Abby's side. So I think that's probably around where season 2 is going to end. Like a similar thing where Allie's going to go through and kill each one. Because, they're showing certain, in the trailers, it looks like they're at, they do go through some of those, they're going to get through some of those plot points. Most of Ellie's story. So, I don't know. I just think that's probably where it's doing the hard, where it does the hard cut in the game is where the season will end. And then in season 3, it'll probably start off again from that point. But then cut, do a cut back. Huh?
That makes sense.
Yeah, I just think that they're basically gonna emulate the game as best as possible. But we'll see. Hopefully, we're not waiting forever for season 3, so.
Nah, season 3 is probably 2027.
Probably. Yeah.
The good thing is we know how the story goes.
Well, yeah. So, like I was saying though, yeah, as you can tell, we don't have that much to talk about for this episode like we did last week. It was just more filler. Some interesting scenes here and there. But yeah. Alright then, let's go ahead and get into the gaming news of the week. Yes, let's do that. Jesus. Alright. Well, JJ, you want to talk about this World of Warcraft thing? It was World of Warcraft. Right?
Yeah, I'll talk about the World of Warcraft. I feel like.
Because it's a one button. I didn't look it up. I just
the one button press rotation for the game. That's correct. So pretty much now, and I think it's the public test room, the PT, beta. They have this thing now where you can now play World of Warcraft by just pressing one button, like how it says. Because when you press the one button, it just goes to the next ability that you need to go, and it prioritizes which is the best in the rotation. So you don't need to do if you have a fucking 8 keys to press, you have to figure out which ones are what. Oh, I got something proc, should I use that, or should I just keep doing the same spell or something? But this one will just automatically just do it for you to play the game. How do you feel about that, Everett?
I don't play World of Warcraft right now, so I don't. If it's trying to, I see what they're what they're trying to do. They obviously want to try and appeal to the more casual audience to get more people to play World of Warcraft, which makes sense.
Well,
But I don't know.
the one button does take longer, like the cooldown for it is longer than if you actually play the game normally. That's the downside. So you
Really?
obviously will be doing less damage
Yeah.
doing it this way.
But like maybe, like I don't know, maybe it'll like help people like if you're like I don't know really because it doesn't say like it'll like cast like the best spell for the situation.
That is correct.
So if you're paying attention, like it would help you like learn how to play the game. Like if you're like, oh shit, in this scenario, I would know to do this. So the next time you're hopefully not doing that.
Yep, that's the whole point that they want to do. A lot of people. So if like Devin started playing World of Warcraft, and he's like, "Hey, I want to play a rogue," and it's kind of a little complicated, a little bit. You know, I'm not a rogue guy, so it just ass. But hey, if you have that one button in the beginning to help you understand your class, like I don't know what button to press, what's the best, like you said, in the situation, in the scenario. But if you just use it, it's just there for a learning tool. Once you get used to it, you fuck off and play the game normally, and you kind of know how to do it. Instead of fucking downloading an add-on that automatically tells you how to play. Because I think Blizzard wants to get away from that. Because they want to do, like, how do I play my class? And somebody's like, oh, well, Devin, just download the Rogue mod. DPS, like DPS shit, and it'll just tell you how to play. But you never really learn anything. You know, because there's a thing where we just highlight the ability of what to do next. Oh, press this, press that, press this, press this. But the other one, you kind of get repetition of like, I need to do this ability that's already based in the game. You do less damage, but because you're learning on it, like with training wheels. And once you get to learn, you can play, and you don't need so many add-ons in the game. That I feel that's a good thing. Like you said, it's a very good learning tool for people if they don't want to download add-ons.
Yeah.
Because having add-ons is not too bad. Like a DPS one has ups and downs where, like, if us two are playing and it's like, hey, yo, Everett, your DPS is low, but you should learn to do, change it up, do this stuff a little bit differently. You can do more damage, Or you can get talking to people like, hey, yo, Devin, Everett's DPS is dog shit. Then that's the thing though. Like, you can just completely people get elite about it, talk shit, get super toxic as fuck. That's why Final Fantasy 14 doesn't have one or doesn't allow it, even though there is a DPS calculator in the game, but it's like a third party shit. We're not supposed to really know, and you're not supposed to tell people. You can kind of get, I think, like banned or some shit. Because again, it makes the game toxic. But I think it's a good thing for new players. Yeah, new casual people, especially with people buying boosts and shit, and they give out boosts left and right when you buy expansions. It's like, I don't know, like, what, I'm gonna get like a level 80 fucking dude? Like, I don't know half the fucking shit on this class now because I have every fucking spell, almost every spell. I'm already confused as shit. I have to sit in front of a training dummy and just type, press ability, see what procs what, or just look up online to see a rotation or something. But I think it's not that bad. I like it for casual people to play, all that stuff. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay, cool. Like I said, I don't play World of Warcraft, so I don't understand it too much. But yeah, that was just my kind of.
You used to play back in the day.
I played before, yeah. Dude, like we've talked about this before. Like I know I've talked about this before on the podcast, but it's just $15 a month, man. I don't want to pay $15 a month for one game. I don't. It doesn't matter how good that game is.
3 or 4 games actually. You're getting World of Warcraft retail, you get World of Warcraft Classic, you got Hardcore WoW, and you get World of Warcraft 20th year anniversary if you wanted to play. Still, you get like 4 games.
I'm not. It's World of Warcraft. I'd be paying $15 for World of Warcraft. Like, get all that extra shit that you just said out of the, like, throw it out the window. Throw it out the window. It's still just World of Warcraft. Like, especially too when I could play like another MMO that would be free to play, like Neverwinter, or I could play Elder Scrolls Online, just buy the base game and then just play that, or buy the expansions and then just play that, and I don't have to pay $15 a month.
Yikes, man.
I'm just not.
Yikes.
I don't want to play $15. I don't want to pay $15 a month. That's why. No, look. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If they add it to Game Pass, if they even if they raise the price of Game Pass, which I mean they most likely will at some point. We'll talk about that later. Like to maintain like the World of Warcraft stuff or whatever. Like, okay, cool. I'll start playing some World of Warcraft. But yeah, I'm not paying $15 a month for that. I'm just not gonna do that.
If you're poor, you're poor, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, just say you're poor.
All right. So let's go ahead and move to the next thing. We'll stay with the Activision Blizzard bullcrap right now. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. Like, why I added it. I think of all the, like, real-life people being added to games or characters being added to games. I mean, what was it last week or 2 weeks ago where you were talking about the Fortnite or whatever it was that... She's a singer, right?
Sabrina Carpenter?
Yeah, whatever, whoever she is. Yes, I'm old.
Half her songs are just about just banging.
Jesus. But, like...
They are.
Even,
I mean, I'm not, like...
Even as ridiculous as that is, I don't know. It, like,
well, that makes sense because they have Fortnite Festival. So
yeah, that's why.
That makes sense.
That's why I'm saying it makes sense to a certain point.
Yeah, her stuff's in the music battle pass.
Yeah,
So
and
get
like,
all
but
of
they've
it.
had like concerts in Fortnite. They've legitimately had like concerts in Fortnite. So like, if it was just like, oh, now you can even just play as her or whatever. Anyways, this Call of Duty fucking edition is just, they're adding Seth Rogen. Not like a character he played in a game, in a movie or whatever. No, they're straight up just like adding Seth Rogen. And I'm just like, really, Call of Duty? We're doing this?
I can't do a Seth Rogen live, but I would have tried to do it right now, but you get the point.
I mean,
Honestly,
if you want to
I wish they brought-
pretend to be Seth Rogen, just be a bad actor and be an idiot.
Wow.
Wow.
Dude,
I mean, he
Seth
does
Rogen.
help with Invincible.
Okay, that's cool. See, like, that would make sense if they were like, oh, we're going to add his character from Invincible and he's voiced by Seth Rogen. That makes sense. But to straight up add Seth Rogen, dude, the guy's an idiot. He's a moron. Like, he's not a good actor. I don't think he's that funny. And he hasn't been in anything worthwhile to me besides Invincible in like a long fucking time. Like, okay, he's in Invincible, but like, he's not the main actor.
He's also, he's like an executive producer on it too and stuff.
Well, yeah, like, cool, that's cool and all, but like, just he's one of those guys. You know how like they have those, not they have those, but you have those actors that is just like, oh, they play the same character in everything. He legitimately plays the same character. He's just the goofy, flubby guy who likes to get high. And it worked like in Knocked Up and in Pineapple Express, but has it worked in anything else?
The world. This is the How It Ends or some shit. Which that one.
I enjoyed Neighbors.
Neighbors fun. Neighbors 2 was funny too.
You know what? I enjoyed Neighbors 1 and 2, but I think that's more so because of Zach Braff. Zach Braff, right? Zach Efron. Whatever. Zach Braff. Who's Zach Braff? That's an actual person, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Probably,
Zach Braff
yeah.
is a different guy.
Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to fucking ask Seth Rogen to join the podcast for like one episode, but thanks.
If
Now-
Seth
now-
Rogen
now we
ever
know
was
why.
to join the podcast, I would not be on that week. Because I would legitimately call him an idiot.
I'd be like, hey yo, Seth Rogen, how's the new Super Mario 2? How's that movie coming along? Stuff like that. Me and Devin have a chill time, bro.
I'm making a declaration right now. I will never invite Seth Rogen onto this podcast. I would legitimately rather interview dog shit Like legitimate dog shit. Like go to my backyard, pick up some of my dog's fucking leftover prize, we'll call it.
I mean, you could just interview your brother and just call it a day.
Damn. Yeah. No. Seth Rogen, he's fucking...
Dude,
He's an idiot, and I do not enjoy most of his shit. Most of what he's in. I think that's why I'm even more so like, really, we're gonna add Seth Rogen to Call of Duty? Like, we couldn't like get someone cool, like, you know, anyone else.
Snoop Dogg, bro. Yeah, Snoop Dogg. Damn, it'd be so cool to get him in the game.
He is in the game, isn't he? But they actually make him look like a soldier, don't they?
Well, not in
the current iteration.
Black Ops 6.
But I know he was in at least like Warzone, because I'm pretty sure I killed him.
He was in Modern Warfare 2, I think. He's in Modern Warfare 3. He's in Vanguard, Cold War, I think. Maybe not Cold War. I know he's in Vanguard because I got him.
Well, he was in Warzone for sure, like the first Warzone or maybe the second Warzone 2.0, or maybe he still is, because it's still, most of that stuff just sticks in Warzone, right? You just can't play it in other games.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is correct. I think this one you can. I think Warzone 2 you can do Modern Warfare 2, 3, and Black Ops 6. I think.
I don't.
These are the
I
three
don't know.
games that are playable together.
I don't. I just.
Alright.
I haven't played Call of Duty in a while. I'd have to look. I don't know. So, just what are your guys' thoughts on Seth Rogen?
I'm actually installing my game right now so I can just
Oh,
fucking
God.
buy him. Actually, I would have paid $20 for his skin, bro.
I'd pay
raise the
$20,000 for it.
Raise the price, dude. Raise the price.
Charge me for Warzone, and then I'll buy
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I wish we had fucking voiceover packs, dude, like we did in Ghost. That shit was fun.
right?
Like maybe have Seth Rogen doing like his voice, like talking about you calling a UAV
You know,
and shit like that.
But the thing is, I think I would have been fine with that. Like, that is like fine. Like, oh, Seth Rogen as like the voice pack. Like, oh, he's an announcer, so you know, like, haha, guys, get ready for round 2. However his goofy ass fucking sounds.
She's trying to make it sound like Fat Over. Like,
Obviously, I'm not a good, you know, I'm not good at doing an impression of Seth fucking Rogen. Okay, so
You're fucking Seth Rogen? Thanks, dude.
yes, that's exactly. Anyways, all right, you know what? Whatever. Devin, real quick, what? Seriously, no, guys, what? You think it's
I already
just
said what I said.
more stupidity from Call of Duty? Like, we every
Yeah,
day
I mean,
we.
Call of Duty. I just said Call of Duty's Fortnite. Like, it's just they're trying to be like Fortnite now, and just like putting like dumb shit in there. Like,
Every day
it is what it is.
we stray further from God.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Seth Rogen's kind of a weird fucking pick, and like the picture shows.
I mean, I
like,
think, and it's weird because like
Faith
he's
in
like
the Pod.
it's like it's like after 420 too. They add him. I'm like,
Yeah, that's like, it's like they're adding a ton of fucking weed shit in May. I'm like, okay,
I know.
I
That's why I was just like,
I've never understood the
weird.
fascination with the 420 stuff and all the weed stuff. Like,
Because all the stoners play that shit, bro. They made the little stupid jokes back in like fucking Modern Warfare 2 or COD 4. They had the little
yeah, but if they
blunt trauma, all that stupid shit,
if
and
they
just,
wanna,
really
like-
embraced it.
if they want to embrace like what the crowd is or what the fans are like and all that, why isn't there more racist stuff in Call of Duty?
they can't do that, but they can make weed jokes.
Yeah, or that one skin they can like you pop off the fucking like your stock of the fucking gun and just smoke it.
Jesus.
Make it into a bong, smoke it, bro. Like it makes sense with fucking Snoop Dogg, you know, because like when Vanguard, like when you fucking assassinate somebody, you just like turn him around and you just blow some fucking weed smoke in his face and just like passes the fuck out.
Amazing
Yeah, do
what
it.
gaming has become.
As a war simulator shooter.
Yeah, exact. Yeah, a military shooter nonetheless. All right, okay, let's go ahead and move to the next thing. Skate. Apparently, the Skate revival game or whatever you want to call it, reboot, sequel.
Skate 4, baby,
Bullshit.
Skate 4.
Yeah, Skate. It's not called Skate 4, right? Isn't it just called? It's just gonna be
No,
called
I
Skate.
think it's called.
It's
Yeah, I
gonna
think so.
it's gonna require an always on internet connection. Obviously, that's not being received well. People don't seem to like that always online connection stuff. For I mean, I'm assuming this is gonna be have some kind of multiplayer functionality, but a lot of it will be single player stuff. Like, you know, maybe not story per se, but like a campaign kind of thing or whatever. I don't care. Like, I'm probably not gonna play the game anyway. But like, it's just like, okay, you have to. We're always online anyway. Like, people are constantly connected to their consoles, like 24/7 to the internet. Like, it's just, is it really that big of a deal? But you know the internet, they're gonna make it a bigger deal than it should be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
like on this online only stuff, I'm like, this is like we are in the year of our Lord 2025, right? Like, why are we freaking out about this shit?
Because it's the
I know.
internet, they have to freak out about everything.
I know my internet went out the other day, and I was in the middle of playing Oblivion, and it told me I couldn't play. And I needed to be online to play Oblivion
Oh, really?
because I downloaded
Oh,
Game Pass.
no,
and I was
yeah,
like,
because, well, I'm pretty sure
Like,
you
that's
didn't
just
buy
not-
the game, right? You have it through Game Pass.
No, I'm trying to prove a point here, bro. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I didn't buy it.
Yeah, no,
I'm not retarded.
jeez. No, like, but like that the Xbox stuff has been like that for a while. I think even if you buy the game, if you're not online, it's just like, oh, we can't check that you actually own it, so you can't play it.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Unless it's like maybe it's one of those games where like like for instance like Devin bought it but you're playing it and you're playing on your account, so it's kind of like.
No, I just think it just doesn't work. Period. I think it's only if it's like a physical disc of the game, then you can play it. I think if it's a digital version of that game, it's like it has to do an internet check to make sure you play it. You can play it. So if you're not connected to the internet and you downloaded the game, you don't have like a physical disc in your console, you're not going to be able to play. But I think it's like that even on PlayStation.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying Comcast sucks dick though. It was down for 6 fucking hours, dude. It's fucking horrible.
Jesus. That is.
Yeah, when you're on a
is
fucking
rough.
Oblivion binge, bro. That's the last thing, bro. That's why fucking people go fucking crazy in 2025.
Have they said when the skate game is supposed to come out? Because it's like in beta or something right now, right? Or alpha?
I don't think they said.
Yeah, I don't think they said anything. It's just like,
Jeez. They're just going to take their time, huh?
yeah.
I mean,
But the people keep buying Skate 3.
they kind of have to take their time because it's got to be good, right? Or at least acceptable or whatever it is. I don't know. But yeah, it's going to always require, or it's going to require an always on connection. It's just more of the like, I keep saying we're moving more and more into the digital future and stuff like that. This is just part of it. This is part of
Did
that.
they give a
digital
reason?
future.
Because I didn't see. Did they give a reason why, or they just said like we're doing that?
I did not see a reason why.
Not that they have to, but
Yeah. No, I didn't see. They just said, as far as I know, yeah, it's just, oh no, it's just gonna require a connection at all times.
okay.
Yay.
yeah.
Yay.
Again, I like I was saying, I don't think I'm gonna play Skate anyway, so it's not a big deal to me. And I don't know, were you guys planning on playing it?
I mean, I'll play
no.
it once it hits like EA access and it's on
EA
Game
access,
Pass.
yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Eventually, I'll play it.
A couple years down the line, or something,
Mhm.
whatever, or whenever after it comes out. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and move to the next thing. I know you guys aren't excited like I am, but Splitgate 2, they just announced last week that they're going to have their open beta starting on May 22nd. Not only that, it's free, obviously, but the beta is just going to keep going until the game releases. So this is basically just a soft launch for the game. Yeah, I once that game hits, I know what I'm gonna be playing for a bit too, because I really did enjoy that first game, and I did enjoy the alpha when they had it. I think a couple months back. You know, I've said it before. Like, if you're a fan of like the Halo gameplay, like that combat, because it looks like it and it plays like it, obviously a little bit more arena shootery than Halo. But yeah, if you like that style, but you also like Portal, I guess, and you want to put portals everywhere, this is the game for you. I don't know. I hope the game just gets enough players and everything. The game should be, because I obviously I know why they're doing Splitgate 2. They had to make some refinements, and instead of just like re-releasing Splitgate 1, it's like, oh no, it's Splitgate 2. We just made it better than the first game. But like there was
I hope
like,
it gets canceled.
oh god, you guys play Marvel Rivals, all right? Come on, you guys play hero shooters. This game is way better than a hero shooter.
Is it though?
Yes.
No, Rival's going pretty fucking strong right now.
Well, yeah, hero shooters are popular enough, and you add fucking comic book characters, especially with like Marvel, is still a strong enough brand, even though it's, you know, the MCU has lost some of its luster.
Yeah,
It's still strong enough.
Thunderbolts is pretty
Oh,
good.
dude, Thunderbolts is fucking dope. Yeah, I like Thunderbolts. One of the...
I heard it's a pretty good movie, Thunderbolts. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went and saw it yesterday.
Hey, same here.
Yeah, but like, I mean, okay, so that's one movie out of like, I mean, nobody's been enjoying like some of that
Fantastic
recent
Four's
stuff.
gonna be good.
Huh?
Fantastic Four's probably gonna be good.
It
Oh,
better
yeah.
be good. It better be good. Like, it's a Fantastic Four. It's one of those like, those
What?
movies or the comic,
Got
like
Pedro
the franchise.
Pascal. Anything he's in is good.
Oh my god! You know what I loved
Mhm.
after that trailer where like they show Silver Surfer and everything, like she says like, "Oh, your world's been marked for death." There's like a meme coming out afterwards where it's like, "Your world's been marked for death," and what's her face saying why? And it's like, because what's his name again? Oh my god, Galactus is tired of seeing Pedro Pascal cast and everything. Like, he was watching Gladiator 2 the other day, and he was in it. He was like, all right, fuck this. Dude, Pedro Pascal is in, like, everything, though, right now.
Oh, he's like the hottest, like the hot actor right now. Just like when like the 2000s, like a ton of like fucking Tom Cruise is everywhere, Brad Pitt's everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, they get that one fucking actor that just is in everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it happens with actresses, too. Like, I think they're trying to
Like
make
Jenna Ortega.
Zendaya a thing right now.
Wasn't Zendaya, Jenna Ortega?
And Jenna Ortega. I know.
Sweeney-
I remember.
was it Sweeney
I
Girl?
remember when they were trying to make Katherine Heigl a thing. Boy, did that not work out for her.
Yeah, because she's a fucking bitch.
Because apparently she's a bitch.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, like, oh, who'd have thought? If you're not great to work with, nobody fucking puts you in anything. Yeah, that's funny.
Shame.
Unless you're that big of a draw, maybe they. But I don't think she was ever that big of a draw. Because, like, can you guys remember anything she's in besides Knocked Up? And I guess she was in that. What's it called? Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah, she was in Grey's Anatomy. That's her other big. But then, like, she got like fired from that essentially because she was
Dude,
an
no,
asshole.
she
to
wasn't.
everybody.
She was in The Ringer, right?
Oh yeah,
What's
Hell yeah, bro.
What's The Ringer?
it's that Johnny
You ever seen The
Knoxville
Ringer?
fucking where he pretends to be like have a mental disability so he could complete in Special Olympics.
You have to win money.
Oh.
Yeah, and then that's why in Jackass 3 and stuff, some of those mentally challenged people that were there. Like, he's like really good buddies with them, and they come out in the movie like the set and comes out in Jackass 3, and I think they come out in Jackass 4 also.
What's the name of that actress that was in the Hunger Games?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence. Remember when she was like the
Oh,
it
yeah.
actress for a while? She was
Yeah,
like,
but no, she has had kids. So I think she's like just taking a step back from acting.
The last thing I saw her in, that I could remember that she was in, was like that comedy where she I don't know if it's her, but like her character gets like butt ass naked on the beach.
No, she said that was her. Like she wanted to do it and stuff.
Oh shit! Well, okay.
She was like, "It'll be funny."
I did not think she would be willing.
Like
to
in
do
an
that.
interview, she's like, "Yeah, that'd be like this will be funny." Just did it. I'm like, okay.
That movie's actually, I think I actually own it. I guess now it's called Fandango at home. It's actually pretty good.
Of course you do. Probably gooning over that right now.
Gooner, dude. What a gooner for a boomer.
I mean, it's Jennifer Lawrence. She's attractive, but okay.
Wasn't she in the Fappening? Right? She was in the Fappening, right?
You know, I want to say yes. That
Right?
she had some nudes leaked, yeah. I don't know. The only one I really remember and cared enough about was Kat Dennings. I know who Devin cared more about.
I didn't look at the fappening stuff.
But what was that model's name? That you were all into? She was in that one movie with like a dude cheats on 3 different women.
Oh, yeah, Kate Upton. Okay.
Kate Upton. She was part of that.
I'll take your word for it.
Yes, sorry. I looked at the pictures when they got leaked. Sue me. Fuck off.
I couldn't remember who was like only a few people. You think?
No, don't sue me. I shouldn't be saying that.
Somebody please sue him.
Anyways, yeah. Splitgate 2, open beta, May 22nd. I can't fucking wait.
Well, you're gonna have to.
Well,
yeah, because we're gonna be playing Doom. And
No
you're only
shit.
gonna have like 8 days
Oh,
to play
dude.
before we play fucking goddamn Elden Ring. So.
Dude, like,
So if you can beat Doom in like a couple days, and then have your fucking fix with Splitgate 2 before Elden Ring, I don't give a fuck, bro.
Dude, we are. Oh my god, that's right. Elden Ring 2.
And then next month we get our Switch.
It's not Elden Ring 2, it's Elden Ring 9.
Elden Ring as well.
Just
Yes.
kidding.
No,
Yeah,
dude. Oh my god, yeah. These next like couple months.
We were fucking
Damn.
stacked, bro.
Yeah, Bert, when are you gonna send me my payment?
Huh?
I'm not talking about the cash. I'm talking about the calendar.
Oh my god, this
For your
motherfucker. I was like, oh my god, don't start talking about it. This-
Oh, I gotta go to Fred Meyer. I can't believe I fucking walked in at Fred Meyer and found out Switch 2 pre-order. And like I think a couple days later, like 2 or 3 days later, like all like the little papers were gone. I'm like, oh, shit. Dab on them bitches, you know. I got one.
What the hell? Where? I am looking for the bookmark I made of what I want to talk about next, but I cannot see.
We can talk about GTA being delayed.
We're gonna talk about that. That's the biggest thing, but I can't find.
Well, let's talk about, Borderlands 4, dude.
Did
We
you
can talk
guys
about
watch?
Seth Rogen again.
We'll go ahead. Yeah. So, no. Before we get to Borderlands, here we go. I found it. I found what I want to talk. Gamefly. Gamefly is going to get more expensive if you're subscribed to that.
Shocker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll talk about it
If
later
you
on
have to pay
too.
more. Yeah, if you had to pay more for inventory. Like,
Yeah. I'm looking at what they're going up to. It looks like. So 1 disc plan is going to be $20 a month. 2 disc is going to be $28. 3 disc, I didn't even know they did that much. 35 and 42 for 4 disc. Plus there's elite plans, which 2 disc is 35, 3 disc is 42, and 4 disc is $49. Fuck out of here. $50 a month basically to be able to rent games.
Hey, just get Game Pass, dog.
Oh, well, yeah, no shit, huh?
It's like, and then that's like PlayStation player shit, bro. Like paying that price.
Yeah, so, yeah. Gamefly getting expensive is just like yeah, like you said, they have to pay more for what their inventory that they obviously send out and everything. And yeah, we're gonna get to it later with like Xbox now doing what they're doing, following Nintendo's example, basically.
Which I thought no one else was going to be able to charge as much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you guys. I think GameFly is pretty much screwing itself, right?
Yeah. I mean, I just don't know. I mean, like Gamefly itself. I mean, I like buying every once in a while, like their like used games because you can get a pretty decent deal on like used games every once in a while from them. So that's kind of nice. That's all I use them for.
Oh yeah,
I've never actually subscribed to Gamefly.
I was subscribed years ago. I rented like I think 3 games and that was it. I was like, I think I was subscribed for like 2 months and I was like, yeah, I don't care. And then just, I don't even remember what I rented. Oh, you know what? I remember why I stopped subscribing to, because like there was like the, what is it called? Redbox? Yeah, Redbox. Like they had the kiosks and you could go rent games from. I was like, I could just go over here and rent games. And they pretty much had the games that I would want to rent anyway to just try out. So, yeah. But, like, I don't know. Renting games, it's I think it's pretty much a dead practice anyway. I don't know. There's some people out there who probably want to rent games just I just want to play this and that's it. But I know if I just want to play a game, there's Game Pass. If I really want it, I'll buy it. Devin buys games too, so like, also too, like I just don't. When was the last time we've had a point where it's like, oh, I just have nothing to play?
Yeah, I got too much shit to play.
Yeah, so yeah, for all the for the 15 people out there who care about Gamefly, it's gonna get more expensive. Let's talk about. You know what I want to talk about this next.
Maybe
Bruno?
I guess. Wait, the Gamefly, I'm assuming just has all the games, right? So you can just check out like old fucking games too, right?
To a certain extent. I mean, that's what they'll do. They'll sell their used games. I mean, at a certain point, like if people aren't renting games, then they just sell them all, and then you have to like. So you're not gonna get like old games. Like you just get
like
like,
old game like
like
fucking Wii's or some shit, or like PS3.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna get any of that shit. Like no.
Never mind. But yeah. I want a
it's like
copy of Mario 64 for N64. If I can goes for like $100 or some shit, like I'll rent to you. Like,
no, you can only get current gen, like new-ish releases. Like if you're like, for whatever reason, right now, if you're like, I don't want to like play Star Wars Outlaws and I don't want to buy it, like
because I don't want to spend the what the $10 for the fucking the fucking
I was gonna say, you could probably buy
Ubisoft.
You could probably find it somewhere for $30 though right now.
Isn't it like on sale right now anyway for fucking May for?
Oh,
May
probably
4th?
it is.
Yeah, it's like half off, I think. I was actually tempted to get the Lego Star Wars fucking complete saga. Sorry, different tangent. It's like $11,
Well,
I think.
I think on Prime you can get it. Like if you have, if you have Amazon Prime, I think there's a bunch of like Star Wars, and I think the Lego, the complete saga, like the I'm pretty sure it's free on Prime Gaming right now.
Oh shit! I gotta check. I finally put this.
All right, so let's just move to the next thing. I just want to talk about this real quick because I guess this is one of those things where like it's not signifying because it's just been a while. I think the way it's been for a while, but it's just showing more and more the shift. The website Polygon, they just got sold to Valnet and they got hit with massive layoffs. Also, at the same time, the Giant Bomb website two of their guys or a couple of their employees, they're smaller. Like they only have like a handful of people. They're gone, and they're I think like they're like taking a pause right now. I'm not too positive on what was happening with them, but yeah. With the Polygon specifically, it looks like it's kind of even signifying that they're probably going to get shut down at some point. And we're probably, I mean, we have there's what, Polygon.
IGN get shut down?
IGN's not getting shut down anytime soon.
I know.
I think IGN and GameSpot could survive for a long time. Because what was the name? It was Waypoint, I think. That Vice, they had their own like video game website thing going on. It was called Waypoint. That got shut down. There's some other ones that are just like, I mean, we talked about Game Informer, last year or whatever it was. Although now they're coming back. But I think the thing I'm talking about is that like this is just showing more and more that I think these websites are just not. They're just not the way people consume their video game news as much. And yeah, you have like IGN that is able to sustain itself enough, or GameSpot, or Eurogamer, things like that. But Eurogamer is able to sustain itself enough because they do a lot of tech things, I think. So.
Yeah, IGN does a lot of stuff like that, not just games and movies.
Yeah.
Random shit.
But I also think the thing is like reason I'm bringing this up too, and I know you guys saw it. Like I put the laughing emoji. Is that a lot of people are celebrating this shit with Polygon because they're one of those ones that just like they have to inject identity politics into everything. I want to say it was Polygon or probably was like Kotaku, one of those ones that like when they were doing the PlayStation either 4 or 5 no, it was PlayStation 5. They were doing like a review of the PlayStation 5 console. Instead of just talking about the console, they had to talk about like how COVID sucks, and we had to deal with Trump as president. And it was just like, what does this have to do with the PlayStation 5? Like, that's why like those websites. That's why I'm more like you can't do that kind of stuff. People want to escape from things like that. That's why they play video games.
Mm-hmm.
And for you to be like, always injecting stuff like that, that's going to make your website not as popular. I mean, it happens with IGN too, because IGN does it, but I think IGN can withstand that because they're just big enough. They get it, and like I said, yeah, they do more than video games and all that, but yeah. I'm gonna.
You said doo-doo.
Yeah, I know I probably shouldn't be saying stuff like this, whatever. But I'm gonna be dancing on the grave of Polygon. So, is that a fucked up thing to say? Yes. Do I give a shit? No. Fuck Polygon. Fuck Kotaku. Fuck them all.
It's all about Gaming Chamber Podcast, baby.
It's all about you want your gaming news. Get it from Get it from the 3 idiots of Gaming Chamber Podcast. Hey man, what? We're gonna talk because that's the thing, dude. Like, we're just gonna straight up talk about this stuff. Yeah, we inject some of our own personal opinion on maybe some of our politics and that, but we're not gonna be like, yeah, man, that PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X is cool, but man. The economy, sucks, huh? Like, I feel bad for people who can't afford. No! That's not how this shit. Just tell me, is it good? Should I get this? Hopefully IGN does go the way of the dodo at some point. Giving fucking some of the scores they give. Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys have any fucking opinion on this, the Polygon stuff?
I haven't even gone to Polygon in years, so like doesn't even affect me in the least.
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
I barely looked it up Polygon shit at all.
Well, let's go ahead and move to the next thing. We still got a few more like smaller stuff. Then we'll get to the bigger things. Uh, I hope you guys are ready for more Assassin's Creed. Insider Gaming reports Ubisoft. Fuck, I cannot believe this is a real thing. That's like a rumor. A real rumor or whatever. Insider Gaming reports Ubisoft has 9 games planned for Assassin's Creed in the next 6 years. 2 big RPGs, 2 multiplayer titles, 2 smaller experiences, 2 remakes, and a mobile game. Assassin's Creed Jade should be the next game to launch.
Jade. I don't know that.
I don't know what
like China, like Jade Empire. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. So,
well, they didn't have like a big Assassin's Creed like big one like that, but they did. I thought they had like those little story ones at China, India, and Russia.
I mean, maybe
right?
they're gonna do. Yeah, they're gonna probably do like.
Yeah, but they could do like a big expand. Maybe like do a big one.
So yeah, Jade is supposed to be like the big one, but they'll probably do like some smaller ones like like those. Yeah, it was what, India, China, and Russia.
Think so.
Yeah, and then of course it said like 2 remakes. I don't know what those remakes would be of.
Assassin's Creed 3.
Probably.
Black Flag.
I think Black Flag 3 and Black Flag because those the people really like games.
And then a mobile game like could be anything. So yeah, I don't know. My thoughts on this is just that didn't they learn from the last time when they were doing this, when they were just like flooding the market with Assassin's Creed games, and like it hurt them in sales until they like rebooted the franchise a bit with Origins. And then even then, like once they hit what was it? Mirage, right? Like because they were releasing them again, a bunch of them, or not a bunch, but they kept coming back to it like, oh, here's another one, here's another one, here's another one. They weren't letting the franchise breathe. Like Mirage didn't sell well. I don't know what the sales for Assassin's Creed Shadows is, but like they have, you know what? Because I think they haven't even really announced sales. They just keep saying they have players. Like, oh, we've hit like this many players, but they haven't said how many sales. So that could mean like somebody subscribed to Ubisoft Plus just to play the game and that's it. But yeah, I just think that we're heading toward another where fatigue sets in for Assassin's Creed again, and then that inevitably leads to layoffs at Ubisoft. I mean, which too, like, you know, they formed their little whatever it was with Tencent. You think that they would try to like play it smarter because Assassin's Creed is part of that, so that way, you know, they would try to play it smarter so Assassin's Creed could stay popular enough to keep making money and not go back into a downward spiral or a rut or whatever. But I don't know. JJ, we'll go ahead and start with you. I don't know. What do you think about it?
Well, that's a lot of games, but they gotta do something, bro. I think they're just trying to just do as much as they can before, if they do, obviously like close. They gotta start just throwing that fish net out, man. Just trying to get as much people as they can with like a certain Assassin's Creed to hit the fucking park with this shit. Cause like Shadows, it did what mid, right? Like okay, it was good. It wasn't shitty, but it wasn't amazing. But it kind of got him over the little hurdle of like, okay, we got some more time. We just gotta make this shit going. That's how I see it for them making that many games. Because they clearly don't have time on their side.
Yeah, I mean,
they need to make these games quick.
They need to make money because
they need to make money. They need to make
money
now.
Before they're completely taken over by Tencent.
Yeah, they can't just make another one Assassin's Creed in like 2 years, and they're like, man, we're just gonna cancel you guys. Fuck you guys. And they're like, well, we're gonna have a whole bunch of games. We got this. Please, Tencent. Please, Daddy, don't hurt us.
Oh man. Okay, Devin, how about you?
Yeah, I mean it's a shit ton of games. I don't know. Like, There's the fatigue is gonna set in if it's true they're releasing that many. I mean we all know there's delays and stuff, so there might not be that many. But even like one a year is gonna be a lot. Like that's a lot.
Well, I mean, this is supposed to be for the next 6 years. They're definitely not.
I know, but you're
one a
saying
year.
9.
Yeah,
you're
9
saying
in
9.
6 years.
That's what I'm saying. Even if 3 get delayed, that's still one a year, and that's a lot. And like multiplayer, do we even need a multiplayer Assassin's Creed? Like no, like
Dude, multiplayer Assassin's Creed on Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood were actually fucking fire. I miss that shit.
they were like kind of fun, but you'd assassinate one person.
It was different. It was different. It was different how the multiplayer shit works because compared to the COD and shit. But yeah, but you're saying like the assassination though, it was fun.
Yeah.
It just sucks from facing a high level fucking dude that just runs it like it's like you're just walking by and you run and get poisoned. You're oh, I'm dead. You just get a fuck ton of points with that. I just remember playing a fuck ton of that shit with like Josh, Golden Sam, Kevin, all of them. We played the fuck out of online.
Yeah, I think it's too many Assassin's Creed games. And I'm not the biggest Assassin's Creed guy anyway, but Jesus, man. It's just... Ubisoft focuses on the wrong things. Like, I think too much. I get that, like, Assassin's Creed was their cash cow for, years and years, But Jesus, man, I don't know.
Yeah, because there was that shooting game. Sorry, I can't fucking forgetting the name.
X-Defiant?
Closes. Yeah, X-Defiant's closing fucking next month.
Yeah.
So, R.I.P. man, because they didn't follow up with the shit with that. Yeah, they were working on stuff, but not fast enough when you got a hot game at the moment, and they didn't really do much with it.
Yeah. You know what? Let's do these next two pretty quickly because we're not running low on time, but it's we're getting closer and closer to that where we gotta maybe wrap it up. Bungie's being sued for plagiarism. Apparently, what's the name of this guy? There was someone who he didn't publish it, I think, but it was unpublished WordPress writings. This guy named Matthew Martineau, under the pen name Casper Cole. He's filing a lawsuit claiming they plagiarized some of his story with the original Destiny 2 campaign, the Red War. That in and of itself is, I guess, like a whatever story. The thing that I wanted to bring up, why this is so hilarious to me, is that Bungie can't use their own game as for their defense of it to say, hey, we're not plagiarizing, because they're using scenes from YouTube. Like, they're using YouTube to show the game, and the judge threw that out, saying no, that's third party stuff. It could be manipulated. And the reason that they were using YouTube to show cutscenes and everything of the game is because they deleted that shit completely. Like, you can't even play it in the game. They clearly don't have it then on their own stuff. I'm just like, wow, amazing.
Like, bro, come on. I was literally about to say, I'm like, can you just like load that shit up? And you're like, they deleted it. I'm like, fucking idiots, bro.
Yeah, so they tried to use YouTube to defend themselves, and the judge was like, no, dude, you need the actual, like, hard files. They don't have them.
I'm sure they have those somewhere.
Maybe, but apparently...
I don't remember Kingdom Hearts. Square Enix deleted like all of Kingdom Hearts 1 because they thought they never were gonna remake the game or re-release it. They had to like start from scratch.
The original, like, if you just got a Destiny disc, like, you couldn't like extract it from that. I don't know, like in an offline mode. I don't know.
That's probably. Yeah, I don't know.
Some fucking coding or whatever the fuck that is. Like, I don't know how to do that. I'm just playing the games, man.
I don't know. It was just a funny little story I wanted to bring up because as the resident Destiny player here, I just was like, really? Okay, that's just wow. All right, Half-Life 3.
Have you confirmed? Half-Life 2 confirmed?
Yeah, exactly. No, this is from Eurogamer. This is from an article on Eurogamer.net. An insider is saying, yeah, it's not like Half-Life 3 is not just in development, but it is playable end to end. That's according to Valve insider Tyler McVicker, who posits the eagerly anticipated sequel could be announced as early as this summer, quarter 3, with a possible release before the end of 2025.
Damn, announcing it to this year too.
So supposedly it's real, and it's gonna be. It's probably coming out this year. So when did Half-Life 2 come out?
I don't know, like early 2000.
Yeah,
2000.
early 2000s.
It's been I mean, like the last thing they released of Half-Life was
Half-Life
episode
Alex.
2. Oh, they're Alex, yeah.
No, calm down. The VR one.
Yeah. 2004 is when Half-Life 2 came out. But then there was like Half-Life 2 episode 2, and then Half-Life Alex.
Orange box, but that's not really anything else.
Huh?
Well, it's not a new one, but they put Half-Life on the console, right? Like, with the orange box.
Yeah, the orange box. And episode 2, Half-Life episode 1, Half-Life 2 episode 1 came out 2006, and episode 2 came out 2007. They canceled episode 3, and then they had Half-Life Alex in 2020.
Because Valve can't cancel 3, dog.
Oh, they can't have. Well, the
Left
thing
4
is
Dead.
too.
Oh,
The joke is that like they can't count to 3, like because there's Half-Life 1 and 2, but instead of going to Half-Life 3, it was Half-Life 2 episode 1 and 2, and they didn't even do an episode 3. There was Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. There's Team Fortress 1 and 2. Counter-Strike 2 now is the thing that is out, right?
Yeah, Counter-Strike 2 good.
Isn't Dota? Isn't it Dota 2?
Yeah, because Dota 1 is a Warcraft mod.
So yeah, they have to actually
Warcraft 3 mod.
like they have a bunch of sequels to
Warcraft
games,
game.
but none of them go past 2. So, yeah, Half-Life 3 possibly coming out this year.
Steam Deck exclusive.
Watch it be a VR game like Half-Life Alex.
I wouldn't doubt it, bro. I was like, oh, okay, because that's the reason why Alex was, and see how crazy that was. And they just sell their fucking Steam VR shit, dude.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why it was a fucking VR thing. Why they had to do that? But, I mean, I get it because of the what's it called? What's their headset called?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
All right, let's just move to the next. This one last thing, and then we're going to talk about Borderlands, and then what is it? Borderlands, Respawn, GTA, stuff like that. Nintendo is suing accessory company Genki for leaking the Switch 2 early to advertise their own products. They're also seeking complete destruction of all of Genki's Switch 2 branded accessories. I don't remember when that happened. It was like earlier this year, right? Like there was like that. It was like, oh yeah, this is products we're gonna have for the Switch 2. I don't remember when that happened, but yeah, now they're getting sued by Nintendo, and that's, I mean, duh. Nintendo's really sue happy when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, they don't mess around when they're like, they just like, yeah, we're suing you. They just do it.
They have like a 99% like fucking win rate too. Dude, like, good luck.
I mean, they have enough money, and the people, when they do sue, it's not like they go for. I mean, there's Pal World, which is probably the biggest, one that they've gone after, but they don't typically go after like bigger companies or even big companies. Usually go after smaller, like individuals and smaller like entities and all that stuff. So It makes sense. That they
Yeah,
usually
they
win.
pick cases they can win.
They definitely are like, oh, we're gonna win this. Yeah, like Pal World might be the only one that they could possibly lose. I think there was an update recently where like they do own the patent for like catching monsters, but there's something about letting it default because of other game companies using it, or so. I don't remember. It was a weird thing. So like, Power World is looking like it might actually win their case, or like it'll probably get settled out or something like that. But yeah. So yeah, Nintendo's suing another company. All right, then.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move to these big things. We'll go with Borderlands 4. So, Borderlands 4, they had a... Did you guys watch the State of Play?
No, I just...
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch State of Play for Borderlands.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys don't need a whole State of Play.
Yeah, they really did. So, they had a State of Play. They showed, like, you know, they, I guess, did a dive into the game, showed some gameplay, stuff like that. But the big thing from it, and actually it got, like, leaked by Randy Pitchford himself. He made, like, a post and then deleted it of the release date. I guess they wanted to announce it for the State of Play, at the State of Play, but he said it beforehand. They're getting a new release date of September 12th. It's coming even earlier than previously. I think it's 11 days earlier, so what is that, the 23rd? It was supposed to be?
Something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to get the game earlier.
You buying it?
Yeah, since we don't have to worry, worry about starting something. But right.
I don't know, I was gonna ask you guys, like, are you guys even like remotely excited for the next Borderlands?
I watched the trailer. It kind of looked cool. I didn't really play a whole lot, but because usually when I do play with people, they low life the fuck out of it. So when I work and play at night with them, it's like, oh, I'm already level 20. I'm like, dude, I'm level like 4 from last night when we played. Cool. Oh, well, anyway, here's a gun. Like, I wanted to fucking level it again,
like,
man. If we all, like, 3 of us play, like, I'll be down.
I know. I liked Borderlands 1. I did love Borderlands 2 because it had a better story. And I actually did like play the shit out of that game and its DLC. I remember at the time, like, I was so into that game that I was even like, there was like a certain YouTuber I was following. I've talked about this before on the podcast. This YouTuber named Yoda Slayer, who like, if I was like, I want to find a perfect gun, or not a perfect gun, a specific gun, or I just want to know what role to try and get for this gun or whatever it is. Like, he was a Borderlands YouTuber. Unfortunately, fucking died, but yeah, I was super into Borderlands too. But like, there was the pre-sequel that Devin, we didn't even finish it, right?
No.
Yeah, and then like Borderlands 3. Have we? I don't think I've even played Borderlands 3.
I'm pretty sure we played Borderlands 3.
And then there was Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. That's what's called. We did play that, but we never finished it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not looking forward to a new Borderlands game. I've never even played like the Tales from the Borderlands either, which apparently is pretty good. So, Devin, what about you? Like Borderlands 4?
Yeah, I watched the trailer. It looks cool. I think I'll wait to see reviews to see, like, if they're like, like if it gets like 7s and shit, like, and they're like, it's just more Borderlands, like, don't waste your time or whatever. Like, if you love Borderlands, you're gonna like it. But if they don't like do a whole lot of new stuff, then I think I'll, like, maybe we can wait till like when it goes on sale. But I mean, there's nothing else that comes out in September, which I'm sure there'll be other stuff for us to play. But we'll see.
All right. So yeah, Borderlands 4 coming out September 12th, 2025. All right, let's get to the 3 biggest things for the past week. The things that really made this week of news just absolutely beefy as fuck. So, I'm going to say I'm actually surprised that this happened. Grand Theft Auto 6, it's getting delayed to next year, and it's going to May 26th of 2026. And there was another thing. It said GTA 6 was reportedly delayed to create better working conditions and avoid quote-unquote brutal crunch. Rockstar internally knew they'd need a delay months ago. This is via Jason Schreier. Again, I'm actually legitimately very surprised.
I can't believe you're shocked. Like, I mean, I felt like we knew this was a pretty big Like, I figured this was a pretty decent possibility of happening.
Well, the thing was,
I'm surprised they gave the release date as well.
Well, yeah, so there's that. They did give a release date, but the reason I'm surprised is that it just seemed like they were super confident that it's coming out this year.
Yeah, but I saw like someone like point out like they did the same shit with like Red Dead. Like they were like, oh, it's coming out in like fall, and then it got delayed till May, and then it was like, oh, it's coming October. So like I honestly like I'm expecting GTA to come out in October of next year. Like that's where I'm at. And like,
so
I'm
you think
fine.
there's going to
like,
be even another delay?
Just based on like their track record of like, because like they don't need the money, so like they don't need to put the game out like anytime soon.
I hear you.
So
makes sense.
But yeah, I honestly, I mean, if it comes out in May, cool. But do I think it's gonna happen? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so like when that news came out and I saw that it was getting delayed, I was like, in my head, I was just like, does everyone hear that? That's the sound of every other publisher breathing a sigh of relief that they could release their games this year, basically.
That's what Borderlands like going. Yeah, we're going a week early. Fuck it, bro. Like, damn, pretty ballsy. Oh, by the way, GTA delayed.
I mean,
can we now get the Gears?
Yeah,
like
right?
E-Day.
Yeah, can we get Gears E-Day confirmed this year now that you guys don't have to worry about competing?
I mean, I'm wondering if they are gonna be like, yeah, we're releasing this year. We're not gonna try and release it next year.
Like, fix it now. Yeah, get it going. We gotta send
like, we gotta get it out because fuck, they're releasing next year. We gotta get it out now. A game like Gears of War probably needs to be released this year to get out of the way of a game like that. Not a smaller game, but like obviously not as popular. I think a game like Call of Duty would be fine, or something, or a Mario game or whatever. But
well, yeah, any Nintendo game would be fine.
Yeah,
just because completely different clientele.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Little kids play GTA.
Yeah. But
like one day, like in the morning they're playing fucking Mario Kart. The next at night they're fucking in a strip club. Throwing those bands, bro.
So yeah, you guys ready for GTA now, or for whatever else is gonna come out this year? Now that you don't have to worry about GTA.
Sure.
Yeah. Like that's why I was like okay, I might. I mean,
yeah.
think about getting Borderlands.
I know, huh?
I feel like shit.
All right, but yeah, no, it's GTA next year. Again, I don't know. They did seem confident, but I mean, yeah, they did that with Red Dead. I think they even did that with GTA 5. And all
I
that
mean,
stuff.
they did it. I remember they delayed the initial Red Dead because I remember working at GameStop. We had like polos of like Red Dead with the release date, and then they delayed it, and then people would come in and be like, "Oh, can I pre-order this game?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, but like just FYI, it's like it's not fucking coming out until
Yeah.
this date, even though my shirt says otherwise.
Like, things can't stop. I was like, fucking idiots. With the release date on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move to this next one. Circling back around to EA, and my god, this one fucking hurts, dude. This one fucking hurts. I put out a video last week of this. Like, I recorded it in my car after work and everything, like on my phone, because this one like really is pissing me off. Like, this one's really pissing me off. So EA's laying off 100 people. 100 people from Respawn Entertainment. They're also, I think, laying off 300 more just overall across EA. But specifically, Respawn Studios, they're getting hit with their layoffs. Not only that, but they've canceled an incubation project they had. Which, I think it was 2 incubation products. Not only that, but one of them apparently was a Titanfall game that was being developed. Now, I've seen some stuff online that apparently was going to be an extraction shooter. I don't know. But, yeah. I'll quickly skim through this. Respawn put out a statement. So, here's the statement right here. At Respawn, bold ideas, creative risks, and passionate storytelling have always defined who we are. That spirit has carried us through incredible highs and sometimes through difficult changes too. As we sharpen our focus for the future, we've made the decision to step away from 2 early-stage incubation projects and make some targeted team adjustments across Apex Legends and Star Wars Jedi. These decisions aren't easy, and we are deeply grateful to every teammate affected. Their creativity and contributions have helped build Respawn into what it is today. We're offering meaningful support to those impacted, including exploring new opportunities within EA. Looking ahead, our commitment to player-first experiences remains unchanged. Innovation has always been at the core of Respawn's identity, and it continues to drive how we build the future, from evolving live experiences to crafting new worlds of stories. For Apex Legends, that means not just delivering competitive, innovative seasons, but expanding what Apex can be. While the team will continue to refine gameplay and bring new ideas to upcoming seasons, we're also investing in what's next for the franchise, exploring bold experiences that push the boundaries of competitive play while staying true to the spirit of competition, creativity, and integrity that our community expects. Within the Star Wars universe, we're excited to keep building new stories, with the next chapter of the Star Wars Jedi series aiming to raise the bar again for storytelling and gameplay. To everyone who has been part of our journey, past, present, and future, thank you for making Respawn what it is. We carry your legacy with us into everything we create next. Yeah. I mean, so, obviously, they're not shutting down the studio. Looks like they're doubling down on Apex and Star Wars. But I think that's the final nail in the coffin for Titanfall, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Which, again, like, I really, really fucking hate that. Because that's another game, like that first Titanfall game is another game that, like, when it comes to, important part of gaming history for me, like, I played a lot of that first game. When I got my Xbox One, I mean, I had other games, what was it? There was that Loco Cycle. I think I had Dead Rising 3. There was other games I had. But, like, I specifically was, like, I got my Xbox One, was holding out, like, I want that Titanfall game. I watched the Angel City trailer so many times where it's like part of a match, and the way it ends, like, with the player, like, parkouring into the, wall running into the ship and all that stuff. And Titanfall 2 wasn't as good as Titanfall 1. I didn't play it nearly as much as I played Titanfall, the first Titanfall game. But like the campaign they had for Titanfall 2, like people still call it one of the best like shooter campaigns of all time.
Yeah, especially the level where you can toggle going back in time and stuff.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was the
Yeah. So yeah, like I don't know, this to me, yeah, kind of signifies that like we're just not getting Titanfall anymore. I mean, we have the Titanfall universe with Apex Legends, but
That's all you're gonna get.
that's all we're getting, yeah.
you get what you get. You don't throw a fit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say too much more because, like I said, I put up a video where I'm talking about this stuff. I just want to get your guys more of like your guys' thoughts on it.
I mean, I'm bummed that there's not going to be more Titanfall, but I mean, I'm glad Star Wars is still going to be a thing because I'm like, I need that trilogy to end.
Yeah, it sucks, man. Let's hope that a lot of us want Titanfall, man. Shame.
The thing I hate is that like, and I remember when this happened, like when they bought Respawn, I was like, I don't like that. Like, I don't like that EA bought Respawn. Because I figured this would happen. Because this happens, it's not just EA that does it. You know, obviously other publishers have done that where they make a decision that the developer may not be okay with or just has no say in, and then it affects their game and screws over their game or whatever. And like in the case of Titanfall, like, you know, because Titanfall 2 didn't sell well, so that's why we haven't had anything since, when did that game come out? Titanfall 2. Let me look it up real quick.
I want to say 2015, my guess.
It came out in 2016.
Damn it! That was my second. I was literally saying 2016. No, that's 2015.
Yeah. So like, the publisher made a decision that fucked that game over with releasing in between a Battlefield and a Call of Duty game. Like, to me, Titanfall is better than those two shooters. Titanfall, when it comes to first-person shooters, I don't think there's been a better one than Titanfall to me. But I understand that, like, you can't release Titanfall in, the holidays. It has to release, like, around this time. March, April, May, kind of. June.
Didn't the first one release around this time, too?
It released in March, I believe. March of 2014, I believe.
Good. Came out the same day as Dark Souls 2.
Really?
Yep, that is correct.
So it came out in 2014, March 11th, the first Titanfall game. Yeah, I think, Titanfall doesn't have the name to be able to compete with a Battlefield and Call of Duty or a Call of Duty. So to release between both those games, what was it, Battlefield 1 that year and Call of Duty, shit, would that have been Infinite Warfare?
2016 was Infinite Warfare, I thought. Right? Because it came with, no, that was 2017, I thought. Infinite Warfare is 2017. No, I know 2016 is Infinite Warfare with COD 4. Because the next year was that World War II one. Yeah, it was literally Call of Duty World War II.
Yeah, Infinite Warfare. Yeah, I just looked it up. And that, I want to say it was Battlefield 1. That was the Battlefield that came out that year. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2016 Battlefield 1. So, yeah, releasing between a Battlefield and a Call of Duty game, that it hurt Titanfall 2, like badly. So it just didn't sell well because everyone's gonna, if when it comes to the first-person shooters, like they're either gonna buy Call of Duty or Battlefield. So yeah, again, like as much as I love those games, the Titanfall's quote unquote series, like I understand, like no, those games should have been until it gained a big enough like audience, or not big enough audience, but it gained enough cachet or whatever. Like those games need to release in like March or April. Like it can't. So I think that's why I'm even more like upset that this is most likely, like, yeah, again, the final nail in the coffin for the Titanfall is that like it wasn't even that like the games were bad or just didn't sell well because of whatever. It was because EA decided, yeah, we're going to release it at this point instead of letting it have its own time frame to get to like make up to get enough sales, to get enough eyes and players on it and everything. So I'm upset. I love the Titanfall series, and I hate that I'm again, most likely never going to be able to play another, and I'm not going to be able to play a new Titanfall game ever again unless Respawn is able to like pull a Bungie and get away from EA, but also somehow retain the rights to Titanfall.
No, they could probably remaster it. Titanfall 1 remastered.
Yeah, that's...
Never say never.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a Titanfall remaster, but yeah. I don't know. I just... This bums me out more than, like, most gaming stuff. So... Yeah.
You sad, bro?
Yeah, I am. Like, when it comes to this makes me sad. Because, again, like I said, the Titanfall series is, like, near and dear to my heart, with just that first game. But I love the Titanfall series. I think the Titanfall games, like, could have been, if given enough time, could have overtaken, maybe not overtaken, but, like, could have been on par with like Call of Duty, like the way they're looked at, because they are that good. But you know, you when they're cut off at the knees because the publisher decided they wanted to do this, yeah, I just, like, what can you do?
Cry?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Okay, let's go ahead and move to the I don't know, was this the biggest story? The Xbox stuff? I'll say it's the biggest story.
I think so.
So we are fucked as gamers. We're absolutely fucked. Xbox is raising the price on everything. They're raising the price on their consoles. They're raising the price on their accessories. They're raising the price of games.
Well, not on Game Pass yet.
Not Game Pass. No, so apparently Game Pass is fine for now. They're not raising the price of that. But yeah. All right. So here we go. This this was starting last week, right? When they put that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as of when did this get released? May 1st? May 1st. The Xbox Series S 512 gig model is now going to be $380. I'm not going to say $379.99. That's stupid. That's up from $300. The Series S 1 terabyte model, $430. That's up from $350. Series X digital, $550. That's up from $450. That's a whole $100 more. The Xbox Series X, just the standard Series X that you can put a physical disc in, $600. That's up from $500. The Series X 2 terabyte Galaxy Special Edition, $730 fucking dollars. Let me say that again. $730 goddamn fucking dollars. That's up from $600. That makes it more
cheaper than the PS5 Pro.
I would say that doesn't that make it more expensive than the PS5 Pro?
Well, if you want a disc drive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, the space one comes with a disc drive. At least I don't get shafted that way.
Yeah. Moving on to the accessories. The wireless controller Core, so just the plain black one, $65. Wireless controller Color, $70. Wireless controller Special Edition, $80. Limited edition controllers, $90. That's a $10 jump. The Elite Wireless Controller Series 2 Core, they don't have all the the paddles or whatever. It's just a controller, $150. That's a $10 jump. The Series 2 Full, $200. That's a $20 jump. The stereo headset, $65, and the wireless headset, $120. It's jumping up $10. Microsoft issued with IGN the following statement as to why the price increases were taking place. Quote, "We understand that these changes are challenging, and they were made with careful consideration given market conditions and the rising cost of development. Looking ahead, we continue to focus on offering more ways to play more games across any screen and ensuring value for Xbox players." End quote. Which, as I said in my video, right there, value for Xbox players is not the thing to say when you are raising the prices of everything. Specifically raising the console prices, the Series X up to $100. The Series X costing $600. I made a video on it. My thoughts are out there, so I'm gonna let you guys actually. Oh, before I get your thoughts, and then starting this holiday season, their games are gonna start costing $80. So no more $70. They're following suit with Nintendo, because Nintendo's doing that with Mario Kart World. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Although they're doing the physical edition as $90, so I guess that they're not as bad as Nintendo. One more little thing before I get to your guys' thoughts, but this comes as now it's come out that Xbox is now the quote unquote biggest publisher on PlayStation. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they're the number one seller on PlayStation when it comes to their games. Their games are I think it's Indiana Jones, South of Midnight. Is South of Midnight on? No, maybe not. Indiana Jones, Oblivion, and something else. Oh, and Forza. I think Sea of Thieves are all in the top 10, but specifically Indiana Jones and Oblivion, I think are the top 2 or something like that. But yeah, but I'll go ahead and go into my little diatribe afterwards. But Devin, let's start with you. Your thoughts on this?
It's the fucking world we live in now because of tariffs. This is with the console prices, games have nothing to do with the games, is just greed with Microsoft, but the console prices has to do with tariffs, and it sucks. but that's just kind of like where we're fucking at. Like, I just don't know what else we can, like, there's nothing we can do. I mean, thank God we already have these consoles and we don't need to really worry about it. But it sucks for anybody who,
Well, it's gonna fucking suck when you guys wanted to get the fucking handheld Xbox console. So
yeah,
that's gonna be it might be the same price as a fucking Switch 2. For fuck's sake.
it's true.
We're fucking cooked. Like, I know we were laughing and joking, but dude, shit, when the new Xbox and PS6 come out, I'm rocking this console, dude, still. PS5, I mean, those fuckers. I'm gonna be the reason why this game still come out on both consoles.
I mean, it's like, it's just gonna like make it so like we're probably just gonna get like one of them, you know?
Yeah, we're gonna have to really choose which console are you going for. Either Xbox, PlayStation. I guess well, then you and we have kids. We're gonna have to get a Nintendo anyway.
Yeah, but I'm rich, so it's okay.
Like, I'm getting both anyway. No, but when console's gonna get that expensive, yeah, $700+ for a fucking console, dude. Fuck.
So yeah, no, like, so yeah, like I was about to say, the thing that I was like, first off, they can't be saying like providing value for the players, because you're raising the prices of everything, and not only that, but like you're raising the prices of games. Games are already expensive as it is, and I understand they have Game Pass, so it's like, oh, but if you for first party games, just subscribe to Game Pass, which obviously this is trying to, like, they're trying to push more people to that, so
and besides, yeah, just get Game Pass and the smart TVs. You don't need to buy a console, just stream it.
Well, I said, like I said, I put a video out on my thoughts on this. I put a little rant video. For me, I think this is pushing me more toward like gaming on PC. Like, I honestly believe that, like, within a few years' time, I'm just gonna be a PC gamer. Like, I could just subscribe to Game Pass, and if I have a good enough console, like, I could just download the game on the PC or console PC. I can just download the game on it, and then like PlayStation, yeah, whatever. Okay, I have to wait, some time before they release their games on PC. That's cool. I don't care. I'll wait. I don't, unless it's like a God of War game. But even like the God of War games, I haven't really like rushed to go play. The last two, anyway. I don't want to be spending $600 for a fucking console, because it's not just like, I'm not just an Xbox guy. Yes, I know we've talked about it. I say it all the time on this podcast. We're all three of us. We're more mainly Xbox players. Like, well, maybe JJ, I guess, could be considered more of a PC player or something. Whatever. That's neither here nor there. But the thing is, like, we all three of us, we don't just, we're just gonna buy the Xbox and we're fine. No, we buy the PlayStation. We're gonna buy the Nintendo Switch too. I mean, well, we have it. We have them like secured and all that stuff. Because
well, I have it.
Well, you have them. You know what I mean. But not only that, but like the thing is, when it comes to just tech too, like, you have a Steam Deck, don't you, Devin?
Yeah, I'm a slut for new tech.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, when it comes to these things, like, and even though I'm saying I'm gonna be most likely end up being mainly a PC player, like, I'm probably still gonna buy an Xbox. But the thing is, that's why I'm also hoping that that handheld console that they're supposedly going to, not the one that's supposedly being in conjunction with with Asus or whatever, the ROG thing, like their own actual handheld console, I hope is a reality. Because I probably would be more willing to just be like, okay, I have my handheld Xbox, so if I want to play an Xbox game like on that, okay, fine. And then I'm just like, my quote unquote home console is just my PC. And then supposedly like
The problem
PlayStation's
is,
doing
like,
the same thing too.
Yeah, I mean the problem is though, just like everything's getting more expensive. Like I know you're saying like, oh, as long as I have just like a decent PC, like I'll be fine or whatever. But like, who the fuck knows? Like your PC might be dog shit, and like I need to upgrade, and that's gonna be fucking hella expensive too. So it's just like we're fucked.
Yeah, that is the one thing that has like made me like it's the like having to like, oh, you know what? It's been a few years, maybe a year or two, whatever. I'm gonna have to upgrade my PC, and I don't know, man. It's just
We're cooked, like JJ said. We're cooked.
Yeah,
Like
fuck
we're just we gotta pay these hefty prices, unfortunately, to play our games.
But I don't know. Maybe the way to go is just like if they do a handheld Xbox and a handheld PlayStation, like, okay, you know, I'm just gonna have a handheld. All three of my consoles are my Xbox, my Switch, and my PlayStation are all just handheld consoles. I mean, the thing is too, like I do want to get one of those Ally X's. Like I could just get a dock and play like that. And then like when the Ally X2 or whatever comes out, I don't know. It's just for me, I'm just ugh. And again, yeah, like the 2 terabyte like Galaxy one, $730. Like I know JJ was like, oh, but you know you can put the discs in. It has the disc drive and all that stuff, so it's still not as expensive, or not as expensive as a PlayStation 5 Pro, but $730 for not even a Pro version of an Xbox. It's just very woof. And you know what's the sad part about it? Is that like, even if, you know, yeah, we're saying like tariffs are obviously a big part of this. I mean, obviously just rising costs in general too. But like, even if stuff does start to like, oh, it's not as expensive and tariffs go away or whatever, it's not like the prices are going to go down. Game companies are now seeing they could just raise the prices on things and make things expensive, and people are going to end up buying them. They're just going to buy this stuff.
Yeah, the games will stay the same price, unfortunately, but like should go, like the tech will go down. That's the thing, is that's the issue. Like
we're 5 years into this generation.
I know
it hasn't gone down.
Tech, well, yeah, but I mean,
it takes time. I agree.
It would have. I mean, like the thing is, it would have had like tariffs not actually happen. Like these consoles would have gone down in price.
I mean, they raised their prices 2-3 years ago, and that was before the tariffs. They raised the prices by like $50. Both PlayStation and Xbox. I mean, like PlayStation hasn't come out and said like, "Hey, yeah, we're gonna have to raise the price of our stuff," but like, you know damn well at least by the end of this year, like PlayStation's gonna be like, "Hey, yeah, guys, so our PlayStation 5 Pro, $750 or something maybe. Our PlayStation 5, you know, just the PlayStation 5 with the disc drive, probably gonna be $600 as well. Our games, $80. Like, there's no way that PlayStation's not gonna do this, right? Like they're gonna do it as well, right?
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just it's just more like that. I mean, how long has this conversation been going on now in our podcast? About like, it's just getting so expensive to be a gamer.
It is. We're cooked.
Yeah, I know, right? Fuck.
Like I'm doing that fucking cat meme face right now. Just.
Yeah, I am just so
disheartened.
Yeah, no, I'm disheartened. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, thank you for saying it for me. I'm disheartened. because like I said, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago or whatever, like, gaming's supposed to be my escape from all the bullshit in the world. Like, I'm not the only one in that, that's like that. That's just for people in general. These kind of hobbies are supposed to be like, from the mundane and, stuff that can weigh a person's soul down or whatever. Games, movies, TV shows, books for some people, some nerds or whatever. These are their escape to get out of that. Put yourself in another reality and just have some fun. But God fucking damn, dude. Like,
gotta get your money up, man.
Like, just the way everything gets so... Like, I remember I used to love to go to the theater to watch movies. Fuck doing that. Like, I wanted to go see that Sinners movie recently, but I'm just like, do I? Because, like, I'm not going to want to go by myself. I'm probably going to want to take someone. And I have a couple chicks that I could take or whatever. But, like, what? Tickets are $20 or whatever. So that's $40 for tickets. Then I got to get popcorn, soda, maybe some candy. Like, I'm spending $80 to $100 easy.
I mean, you're stupid if you're buying candy. You should be smuggling that shit in there.
Like candy? Like, what the fuck? I go to movie theaters most of the time. I just buy a fucking large icy and like from the concessions.
Wow, I don't know.
Sometimes a popcorn, but that's it.
Like I said in the last podcast, the movie theater hack is to buy the collectible popcorn tins they have and then sell them on eBay.
Yeah, I guess
Telling you, it fucking works. I just went and I went and saw Star Wars. I didn't have any of the Star Wars popcorn tins, but I just bought they had Thunderbolt ones already available. Bought Thunderbolt ones, sold it. I made money on my popcorn thing, and so when I went and saw Thunderbolts, I bought another one, and I'm gonna sell that one.
Interesting.
So.
Let's see. That's so easy money, right? Easy money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't have much more to say on it, but it's just, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's just another thing that's just like, I don't know. There's just been a lot of, like, quote unquote doom and gloom lately with video games. With layoffs, cancellations, prices being raised, things being expensive. I mean, I'm glad for, the good that comes out, like, some good games coming out. Like Oblivion Remastered. Apparently that Clair Obscur is a very good game. I know you were the one really excited about it, right, JJ?
Yeah. I said I would be playing it now, but I'm fucking too busy balls deep in Oblivion.
Yeah. And then, yeah, like Doom the Dark Ages. Doom the Dark Ages coming out soon. Splitgate 2 for me. We got the Elden Ring. Night Rain coming out. May 30th.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys got anything else to add to that?
No.
Hopefully
we'll just get lower prices here soon.
Or we're gonna be starting to play indie games.
Yeah. I mean, this is why I get glad for things like Oblivion. Even if I didn't have Game Pass, $50, dude.
Yeah, Oblivion's only $50 too.
Yeah. Like, thank Odin for that. All right, then we'll go ahead and call this. Let's call the podcast this episode. What was it? Oh shit! I didn't even mention it's episode 52, right? Yeah. Holy shit. 52. Getting closer and closer to that 69. Wow. All right. So that has been Gaming Chamber Podcast, episode number 52. If you guys like our stupidity, our discussions, what we do, well, I'm actually going to be moving the podcast to the main channel, to my actual channel now. So, but if you like the channel, you like the podcast, you like what I put out, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I've been your host, Everett. JJ?
This is JJ and peacing out.
Devin?
Alright, see you nerds. I'm gonna go rub one out.
Wow, holy shit. And until next time, we'll catch you later.